In this video, we're jumping straight into a topic that every content creator needs to hear, especially if you're considering starting a YouTube channel, and that is YouTube takes time. Maybe you've just started out, or you've been at this for a while grinding out video after video. It's easy to get frustrated when things don't move quite as fast as you like. Maybe you're not seeing the views or the subscriber numbers you want, and you're thinking of giving up. Well, this video is for you, because we're going to break down how long it takes to create a video, develop the skill set, and a realistic time frame for building your channel and a community. You see, the number one reason why people quit YouTube, it's not a lack of talent, it's not even an algorithm, it's a misaligned expectation. People think YouTube's going to be quick and easy, and when it's not, they quit. They stop uploading and just give up completely. But if you're here for the long haul, if you really want to build a channel, develop the skill sets, and maybe even a career, then understanding the time investment could be your secret weapon. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a realistic roadmap, hopefully feel motivated and ready for the long game. Because if you're serious about YouTube, that is what it takes. So let's get into it. So first up, let's break down how much time it actually takes to create a video. Most people just see the end result, a 10-minute video. But what they don't see is everything that goes on behind the scenes, the hours and hours of work doing research, scripting, filming and editing. Before you even hit record, you have to decide, what's my topic? Who is this video aimed at? What is the angle I'm taking? How do I add value and make this interesting for my viewers? If you're doing an instructional video, a list or a commentary, then you'll spend plenty of time doing research, scripting, creating bullet points, or at least outlining what you want to say. And for a simple 10-minute video, then a script can be 1,000 to 1,500 words, and that all takes time. Even if your content is completely unscripted, you'll still need a plan. You'll need a hook, you'll need talking points, and you'll need a call to action. And if you skip these points, then your video will just seem rambling and aimless, and you'll possibly forget what you want to say. And then when it comes time to edit, you'll spend ages just cutting out commentary that goes nowhere and trying to fix the flow. So it's always worth spending a little bit of time planning and preparing your video. And then we come to the actual filming. And for a simple 10-minute video, that can take an hour or more. Why? Because you have to set up your camera, maybe adjust the lighting, be that natural or artificial. You may have to adjust your background. And then you might do a few test shots to check mic levels. And then comes the actual recording, and that's rarely one smooth take. You might forget your lines, or lose your energy and have to reshoot an entire section. Your battery might die on your camera, or the memory fills up. I've had that numerous times. And don't get me started on car alarms and mowers and delivery drivers interrupting halfway through a take. Plus, if you're adding in B-roll or additional footage, then that's more time filming from different angles, close-ups, maybe even completely different locations, or you could be doing screen recordings. Filming always takes longer than expected, especially if you add in multiple cameras. And now we get to the part that takes the most time, and that is editing. In the early days, editing is the one skill that takes the most practice and is the longest to master. During the editing process, you'll be cutting out dead space, pauses, filler words and mistakes. You may have to sync up your audio and video if you're recording them separately. You could be adding in transitions, B-roll, text boxes. You might even spend some time trying to find that perfect soundtrack or sound effect that goes with your video. You can spend a lot of time adjusting colour profiles and volume levels if you want everything to look and sound polished and professional. Even editing a simple 10-minute video can take several hours, especially if you're new or a perfectionist. If you want to add in dynamic visuals, captions, or other storytelling elements, then that is all additional time. But editing does get better and quicker with practice. Just don't expect speed at first. But once you've finished recording and editing your video, there's still work to be done. You need to create a thumbnail that's visually engaging and tells a story. You'll need to create a title that's clear, searchable and clickable. And this is the crucial part, because it doesn't matter how good your video is if nobody clicks on it. Thumbnail design takes skill and an understanding of colour psychology and what your target audience clicks on. Your title will need to be search engine optimized and also add a little bit of curiosity to really draw the viewer in. And then we get to the final stage of creating your video for YouTube, and that's uploading. Once your video's in YouTube Studio, you can then add your end cards, any subtitles or tags to the video. So in essence, creating a YouTube video can take 6 hours plus easily. And that all depends on the complexity and how polished you want your video to be. And if that seems like a lot of time, then it is, because you're creating something real. And that's normal. That's YouTube. Now that the video creation part's out the way, let's talk about something equally as important, and that's the time it takes to develop your behind the scenes skills. Because when you start on YouTube, you're not just making videos. All of a sudden you become a scriptwriter, a director, on-screen presenter, sound tech, light engineer, graphic designer, a marketer. And unless you've worked in media before, you're probably starting from scratch. So let's take a realistic view of what that journey looks like. So let's look back to editing. Editing can seem like quite a steep learning curve and be quite overwhelming at first. I mean, what software do you use? How do you cut? What's color grading? How do you add B-roll? And what about audio? So you'll end up spending hours Googling the very basic things and then watching the same YouTube video 5 times over. And then when you do start editing, you'll end up deleting your timeline and crying for 15 minutes. But with practice, video editing does get easier. Video 1 might take you 10 hours to edit. Video 2 will take 5. By the time you get to video 50, you'll have shortcuts, macros and templates, and you'll dramatically cut down the time it takes to edit your videos. And then we come to being confident on camera. Nobody really feels comfortable filming themselves straight away. You might feel robotic or low energy or even overly scripted. But the only way to get better is to keep filming. Watch back, cringe, see what you can improve, and then repeat. The same with editing. It improves over time. Your first video might suck a bit. Video 5, you'll be a lot more confident. By video 50, you'll be talking to the camera as if it's an old friend. And then we come to the underrated skills: audio, lighting and framing. When people watch your videos, they don't really notice when you have clean audio, clear lighting and framing that's pleasing to the eye. And all of this takes trial and error. You may have the wrong mic settings, your background could be too busy, or your room might echo. But every video teaches you something new. And posting great videos isn't enough. You also need to bear in mind the business side of YouTube. So you'll need to have an understanding of search engine optimization, or SEO, analytics, and also strategy. You'll need to be thinking about, what is it that my audience is searching for? What do my viewers want to watch? What video formats are really performing? So that means you'll be doing keyword research, looking for titles that will rank your videos. You'll be analysing retention graphs, studying thumbnails and trying out different formats. And this learning never stops. YouTube is always evolving, so there's always something new for you to improve. So give yourself a little bit of slack. No one's expecting you to be perfect and have mastered everything from day one. Just focus on improving one thing with each video. So now let's talk about the one thing that most people find frustrating about YouTube, and that is channel growth. You have to understand that viral is rare. Slow and steady is normal. We've all heard the stories of people that post 1 or 2 videos and they blow up overnight, but that is not the typical YouTube journey. Most content creators will post 10, 20, 50 videos that get very little views and very little traction before they start getting an audience. And what you want to build is an audience that actually come back time and time again to watch your videos, because they want to watch you. They want to connect with what you have to say. And slow growth on YouTube doesn't mean your content isn't any good. It just means the algorithm needs more data. YouTube doesn't know who to recommend your videos to at first. So each video gives it more information. Who's clicking on your videos? How long are they watching for? What are the related topics, so it can recommend your videos to other viewers? Over time, YouTube builds a picture of your content and your audience, and your channel will grow. Every upload gives the algorithm more data. Every video is a new chance to grow. And another thing to understand about growth on YouTube is it's not linear. It's not a straight, direct path. Some weeks you might get 10 subscribers, and then maybe a video pops and you'll get 200, and then the following video you'll get none. But the thing is, you just have to keep posting through the flat line. Eventually, subscribers and viewers will find your content and your channel will grow. And you need to understand that consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need the perfect video every single time, you just need to keep showing up. The most successful YouTubers are the ones that started off scrappy, improved over time, and just kept going. Your early videos will feel rough, and not all of your ideas will land, but each one is a step closer to your goal. If you can commit to one video each week, that's 52 videos over the course of a year, and each one of those videos is a chance for you to learn and to grow. You'll have much better success, and you'll improve much faster doing it this way than trying to do a perfect video every 1 or 2 months. Focus on improving 1% with each video rather than chasing instant success. That is how you grow. So here's the thing, your audience grows with you. When you stay consistent, viewers come back and they'll watch your old videos and they'll support you. They will like, they'll comment, and they will share. But this kind of connection can take time. It might take months, it may take years. But the best part is, once you've created that foundation, growth really starts to compound. Look at any of the big YouTube creators that you admire and go back to their earlier videos and you'll see that they have low view counts. The editing isn't quite polished and the confidence isn't there, but they pushed through it, and that's what made them successful. There's lots of things on YouTube that you can't control. You can't control who watches your video, who likes your video, or who subscribes. But there's plenty of things that you can control. You can control how often you upload, how much effort you put into improving your videos, how much research you do before you upload. So focus on those things rather than those that you can't control. So let me leave you with this. Every big successful YouTube creator started where you are. The more time you put in, the more you'll improve, and the more your channel will grow. So don't feel disheartened, because your next video could be the one that really blows up your channel. Your next improvement could be the one that takes your videos to the next level. And your next viewer could become a super fan for life. So don't rush. Don't compare your beginning with someone else's middle. And yes, YouTube takes time, but every minute, every hour is worth it. Don't let slow growth convince you that you're failing. You're becoming the creator that you want to be, video by video and skill by skill. If you're here for the long game, then you win, because most people, they quit YouTube too soon, but you won't. If you found this video helpful, then please drop a like and consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out. And leave a comment below. How long have you been creating content, and what's the biggest challenge that you've faced and overcome? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm cheering you on. I'll see you in the next one.